print command is located underneath the application menu. You can just click it here, or for further settings you can click one of these up here. Now if this isn't the first window that pops up, sometimes you will get a warning meaning that your default printer is not compatible with your print settings. This happens a lot if your default printer is something that only prints 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17 and your actual sheet is E or D size, so that your settings here are incompatible with the printer. So it's just letting you know right off the bat. First off, double check your printer, make sure that it's the correct one that you want to use. Next, look at settings down here and make sure that your settings are the ones that you want to use. And we'll go into how to set these up in another quick tutorial. The next thing you'll want to look at are any of the file options here. In my PDF printer, I have the option to combine multiple sheets or views into one file or to create separate files. This feature is a little bit based off of the print range, so if I were to select current window, it's only going to create one file. If I go back to selected views and sheets, it's going to give me the option to print them as a combined file or separate files. Now as far as what views or sheets are going to be printed, I can come in here and hit select, and usually what I'll do is check none right off the bat, because sometimes you can see that there are some views that are pre-selected and you may not want those to print. So I'll hit check none, and then I'll either turn off my views or leave them on, or my sheets, vice versa, depending on what I'm trying to print. And in this case, I'm going to select some views, hit OK. The views that I selected are the ones that are going to be printed. Now if I go back in there, I actually have a preset, and so I can select it here and it automatically selects my set so that I don't have to. And this is really nice. And so what you're going to want to do is get these set up, and all you have to do is pre-select them and then click save or save as, depending on if you're making a change to a current set or making a new one. You also have some options like revert if you made a change, decided you didn't want to keep it, if you wanted to rename your selection set, or if you wanted to go ahead and delete it and make a new one. We're just going to stick with set 1 and say OK. Notice that the preview button is grayed out. Basically, when our print set is selected, that it won't allow us to preview those, and so if we wanted to, we could go back to current window and make that available. So once we are ready to go and we've previewed that, all we have to do is select OK, and it sends it to our printer.